The Gospel of the Lord. Good morning. Last evening, Bishop Weisenberger came and celebrated confirmation here. 4 of our students were confirmed, and it was a very nice celebration. I know we have Frank who was confirmed last week as well. Congratulations. It was very beautiful, and one of the beautiful gestures that he makes is to make a sign of the cross with the chrism oil. Chrism oil. Have you smelled chrism oil before? It smells nice. It smells really nice. Because the olive oil is mixed with balsam. Balsam, it's not actually in balsamic vinegar. You have to get that straight. But it's actually olive oil with balsam. It smells really, really nice. They say the purpose of balsam in the Old Testament is to give like a fragrance of God. And in the Old Testament, in the New Testament, we smell Jesus through the balsam. So it's the fragrance of Christ that we're smelling when we are anointed with that chrism oil. So that chrism oil is used often to basically hand on the gifts of the Holy Spirit, to be filled with the gifts of the Holy Spirit. So one of the phrases that the bishop used last evening, was be sealed with the gifts of the Holy Spirit. Be sealed with the gifts of the Holy Spirit. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that beautiful? So we who have been baptized and have been confirmed were sealed with the gifts of the Holy Spirit. And it is very special because, that same oil is also used for ordinations as well. So when we're ordained to the priesthood, or once someone is called to the bishophood, they are also anointed with that same oil. So it means a lot. It's a very special thing. And the bishop yesterday, after sealing the confirmandi with the oil, went on to say, this oil is to give you a mission. And he actually said, now get to work. He said, get to work. So many times for us Christians, it's not about just receiving the graces, receiving the gifts of the Holy Spirit, but we must be sent out. As the apostles are sent out by Christ, and some of them have a very difficult experience when they're proclaiming Jesus, we are actually called to do the same, that we have a mission. Sometimes that chrism oil that we've been anointed with, that gets kind of hidden. It gets kind of put aside. And in some ways, we can kind of fall into sloth, that we can't really live out Christ in our lives. But it is a reminder today, the gospel is to remind us that chrism oil is still fully alive in us. Sure, we are imperfect and we fail at times, but it is a sign, it is a reminder for us to keep that alive, that chrism oil alive, that balsam alive, to have that fragrance of Christ alive with us. Perhaps if you're like me, you can fall into this category. Who do we have in the gospel today? We have Thomas. Thomas. And what does he fall into? Doubt. Very good. Thomas the doubter. He's very much skeptical, and he wants to actually see the risen Jesus before he makes that ascent into proclaiming Jesus. But if that's ever us, it is a call for us to really, really increase our faith. And I know that some of us are not ready. We might be kind of frightened, or we might just not be interested, or like Thomas, we might be skeptical of Jesus' resurrection. So the message is clear today. If you're ready, if I am ready, let's go out and proclaim Jesus' resurrection, that Christ is risen from the dead. But if you're not quite there, if you're not ready to go on this mission to proclaim Jesus' resurrection, like Thomas, we have to ask. We have to ask the Lord, increase our faith. And ultimately, when Thomas asks, Jesus lets him touch him. Jesus lets him touch his wounds, and he comes to believe. So for all of us who might be skeptical, or perhaps we feel not quite there yet, let's keep asking for the Lord to help us, to give us the graces, and to help us to relive that seal of the gifts of the Holy Spirit that is within us already. So ultimately, we can say, Lord, my God, I do believe that you are truly present, and I do believe that you have risen from the dead, that you rose from the dead and you continue to be with us as you were with the apostles and the disciples. So first mission, let us go out and preach the risen Lord. But if we're not quite there yet, let us ask the Lord to increase our faith.